A very good evening to you all and welcome to our second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Monday, the 24th day of November 2025. But first, let's have a look at what's making headlines at this hour. In our top stories tonight, President Erute Museveni pledges to fund tourism routes, dips people of Kisoro on income generation at household level. 11 contestants eye Mukono municipality seat. And Friends of Uganda Roadmap launch nationwide community dialogues seek peaceful elections. Hello there and welcome once again. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language, it is Senyomo Yusuf and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. NRM leaders in the Kigezi sub-region have commended the 2026 NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the peace, security and infrastructure development in the area. They say the improved infrastructure, including roads and schools, has facilitated wealth creation at the household level. Now, these remarks were made as the president commenced his campaign activities in Kisoro district. Take a watch.
The presidential candidate of the National Resistance Movement, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has commenced his campaigns in western Uganda, holding rallies in districts of Kisoro and Rubanda. In Kisoro, Mr. Museveni addressed a large rally at Saza Ground, where he was received by thousands of the supporters. The district NRM chairperson expressed confidence that no opposition candidate will receive any votes in Kisoro except the incumbent President Museveni due to his steady leadership.
Your Excellency, the people of Kisoro are basically NRM, although a few of them are being wooed by the opposition and are fighting tooth and nail to make sure we maintain our Ijana Kwijana principle.
The leaders of the National Resistance Movement in its Kigezi region, including the National Vice Chairperson for Western Uganda, Engineer Jonad Asimwe, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, and the district woman lauded Mr. Museveni for his contributions to peace and security and infrastructure development in the area.
Kisoro couldn't be reachable. From here to Kampala used to be over 12 hours because of the road. And people would say, no, you cannot make a road within this terrain, within these hills and all that. But the president put it upon himself and the party and said, we must have a road in Kisoro.
And that's why there is wealth creation promotion, there is PDM activities that every person in the village can be able to produce.
So for us here, we know what it means to protect our security because we have seen people who are running from the rest of Africa, from the DRC, from Burundi, from Rwanda, all running, transiting through here. And we see what they go through.
In Kisoro, we are a district that is having a lot of tourism. It's a tourism district, and we get a lot of gains from that.
Tayebwa also praised the president for acknowledging the Bafumbira community and involving them in governmental affairs.
From the uniqueness of the language to the uniqueness of their culture, which is much closer to Kinyarwanda. So the president took a bold step and said, I'm giving you your own unique district of Kisoro.
The former Inspector General of Police, General Kayihura, who is original from Kisoro, was present at the rally. He shared his insights on how peace and stability have transformed Kisoro, given its proximity to the borders with Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Especially we being at the border with the threats from ADF. There was even a time there was an attack here. They overran Kisoro. But if it was not for a strong army, that time NRA, Kisoro would have been cut off, or perhaps annexed.
General Kayihura emphasized that the remaining challenge is to combat poverty and enhance household productivity.
We are now in a new phase of fighting poverty, war on poverty. So many programs that were put in place, the latest is PDM.
The leaders also requested for tarmacking of tourism roads to boost economy in the sub-region. Mr. Museveni, in his campaign message, assured that funding for the tourism roads, as requested by the district leaders, has been secured and will soon be realized.
So, the reason I'm here with other leaders is to ask you to support NRM. So what I'm telling you now is giving you the reasons why you should support the NRM. Because people are running around, support me, support me. What have you done? Support you for what? Because Uganda has been having a lot of problems.
Uganda is ginchi.
There was shortages of commodities in Uganda here.
He encouraged the people of Kisoro to engage in income-generating activities at household level.
Nyabaramwe entase yamaka nekintu kikuru munonga mureke kugira omunguto amashomero ibintu birungi konka nebyatwena konkiwe enaku yawe nija kumaroho ubukire umukaya.
Tomorrow, Mr. Museveni is scheduled to continue his campaign in the districts of Ruchiga and Kabale, still in Kigezi sub-region. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Kisoro.
The Forum for Democratic Change, FDC presidential flag bearer Nathan Nandala Mafabi, has traversed the districts of Kaliro and Luka canvassing for votes ahead of the 2026 general elections. Take a watch.
Residents to vote for him for good governance and service delivery.
One people, one Uganda.
The FDC presidential flag bearer Nathan Nandala Mafabi campaigned in the district of Kaliro, where he rallied residents to vote for him for good governance and service delivery.
Trillion mutwalo billion mutwalo mu myaka etaano baba bayibe billion emitwalo eneka tuba olukubo n'oluguudo luzirako ki chorus bakobeti mu lyefuufu baba bakobetera efuufu mama nenda okubasaba enti leero mujuzeko president abaire myaka ana buli kaseera aba ku radio teba ku radio. When I go to Iganga and you see a person with dust all over the body, do not guess, know that that person comes from Kaliro.
The FDC woman member of parliament aspirant Nanyanzi Sarah told the presidential hopeful that whereas the district borders Palisa and Iganga, it has no tarmac road.
Very poor roads. They are not, we have only 3.5 kilometers tarmac roads. And you know, the whole of Kaliro district is full of muddy and bumpy roads. And you know, when President Museveni is coming, he will go to bigger places where they have put right. And yet he has a good car. And for us, we are moving on poor roads. This convoy has seen how poor our roads are. Many women have died on the way to hospitals, to our health centers, because we have very poor roads.
Nanyanzi stated that the district faces high school dropouts as well as teenage pregnancies due to high poverty rates.
Yeah, we have a high number of all our girls. They get pregnant at 13, at 14, at 15. We need to address this. This is why I'm coming up as a woman to speak about this. Personally, I got married at 27 after I finished my education. This is what I want to speak to the girls. This is what I want to sit down and we inspire the girls. And if you vote me to parliament, I will focus on this, the fact that our girls can be in school.
On Tuesday, Mafabi will campaign in Mayuge, Jinja District and Jinja City. Reporting for ABC TV, Helen Barbara.
National Unity Platform NUP leader and 2026 presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu has urged residents of Kawempe South to vote for him. He encouraged the youth to take part in politics, saying political decisions determine key services such as roads, health care, and access to quality free education.
At the NUP headquarters in Makere Kavule, supporters gathered to cheer as they waited for NUP presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi's arrival. Security heavily surrounded the area. Kyagulanyi later arrived in a convoy as supporters welcomed him. At the headquarters, Kyagulanyi addressed supporters and explained that he had earlier visited Luzira prison to check on detained party members, including Waiswa Mufumbiro, Eddie Mutwe, and others.
Tusose Luzira nga tugenze kulaba Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro era tuvuddeyo. Olunaku lwa leero tulina campaigning nga wano mu Kawempe. Tewali teka n'erimu lye tumenya. So tugenda kutambula tugende Kawempe we tulina okukola show yaffe, we tulina okukola campaign yaffe.
He later left for Kawempe South, where he held a rally at Growers Playground in Bwaise. Leaders from Kawempe, including Dr. Shamim Nambasa, Muchibi Dennis, Dr. Emmanuel Seonjoji, highlighted the challenges affecting the constituency and urged residents to vote for the NUP's umbrella symbol.
Mr. President, when you talk good the work, eya community, okubera ng'esooka okufuna priority mu mikisa egiri mu kitundu. When I member of parliament, gapeyo jagigatta.
Mbasaba kintu kimu mugenda kulonda bakansala mugenda kulonda abachairman naye omuntu omukulu ye pulezidenti waffe his excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu
kupapa bagana muki mwe nze mukibi ndi product ya Bobi Wine bwali yanzimbye bwali yanswesezza n'afuna omukulembeze omulungi ebizibu bya Kampala bingi. Mzango agenda kwaso kulombosa embuto za Kampala. Mzango agenda kwaso kulonda Kampala. Kasasuwe Kampala. Tulwanire flaga yaffe. Tulwanire eggwanga lyaffe.
Kyagulanyi emphasized unity among Ugandans without discrimination based on religion or tribe.
Nga yona gye twatuuse nga bw'oba teweetegereza oyinza okulowooza tuli Kampala. Tuli bumu nga ffenna tukwatagana.
He appealed to residents to vote for him in the 2026 general elections, promising that an NUP government will offer better services.
Nyinga Okello Kuch, Abedo Nadi President May Lobo Uganda Bichu.
Kyagulanyi also assured supporters that he would be a servant of the people. He urged residents to vote for the umbrella symbol. Joseph Chigozigola and Jamil Sekaja for UBC.
Now, the Alliance for National Transformation ANT candidate General Mugisha Muntu has rallied support in the district of Namisindwa and Bududa districts. He made stops at Ruakaka and Magala Town Council, drawing crowds eager to hear his message. In Bududa district, residents reported poor maternity wards that have forced many to seek care in neighboring Kenya, highlighting the dire health situation. Muntu's campaign in Bugisu focuses on addressing the root causes of poverty and improving living standards.
So the border problems that we hear, people are trying to take 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50, because in his mind, at home, he has left the family starving. Yeah,
ngenda wone bamba mushaira bamuteka kwa maji kugundi kanula yakale dagala bakutuba kutumye libwe rugenda kugula dagala ku kameshi whatever na cent tonya mwadeo deliver at 1,000 which is 28,000
for
Kenya here.
We need to change this regime.
Women are dying there. In a like 3 here.
Bamukuba biru milioni 1.2 si bantu abandi abazisobola utegeza abantu abasinga obungi bamuzaka okufa sino abantu tebona bate kutanjabibwa yekubanga talina sente emirimu emitono ekiriwo gyakugula buguzi kubanga tulina muntu gwomanyi muki mu gavumenti General Museveni amaze ebbanga ddene myaka 40 ngali president w'eggwanga ebyo byonna bibaawo ng'abimanyi kubanga tekuliko ekitundu aba intelligence diso ripoti baziteekayo eyo waggulu ebyo byonna ebibaawo aba abimanyi.
So now the only solution is for them to steal. They need the jobs, they need the change so that they can get jobs.
National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi has vowed to tackle the persistent challenges that bother Kampala residents once elected president. Kyagulanyi was addressing supporters at Kawempe Stadium, North constituency, as part of his campaign trail, where he urged his voters to vote him within the 2026 general elections.
NUP supporters in Kampala stood by the roadsides as they eagerly waited for the party's presidential flag bearer in Kawempe division. They gathered in numbers despite the heavy security deployment in the area. Before arriving in Kawempe North constituency, Robert Kyagulanyi, accompanied by the party leadership and politicians, first addressed a rally in Kawempe South constituency. However, on his way to Kawempe North constituency, security was engaged into running battles with his supporters. At Kanyanya playgrounds in Kawempe North constituency, Kyagulanyi pledged to address what affects the people of Kawempe.
Tugenda kweyagalira munsi yaffe amalwaliro gagenda kolebwa abaana bagenda kuddamu okusoma ku university zonna e Makerere ne walala bubwerere abaana bagenda kuddamu okusoma ku bwerere ate nga basoma bafuna emirimu bagenda kuddamu batujjanjabe ku bwerere tugenda kuzimba airport ezisukka mwemu ku bwerere tugenda tekigenda kuddamu mu gavumenti ya Kyagulanyi tewali mukazi agenda kusasula nga agenze kuzaala mwana wa Uganda tekigenda kuddamu kubeerawo.
Kyagulanyi urged the electorate to vote for him in the 2026 general elections.
Ketonze mbategeera ze ndi omukumwe muntekeyo tubikole tugenda bikola babbeyi ate temuteekayo nzeka mubateekeyo bano bonna tujja bikola.
Here are a few details about Kawempe North constituency. Kawempe North constituency is one of the two constituencies that make up Kawempe division, which forms part of Kampala city. The constituency has 9 parishes: Kawempe 1, Kawempe 2, Bwaise, Kazo Angola, Kanyanya, Chikaya, Komamboga, Mperere and Chebando. According to the Electoral Commission, Kawempe North has 197 polling stations. Kawempe North constituency is densely populated. In Kawempe North, several candidates are vying for the parliamentary seat, including Hajati Farida Nambi of the NRM, Nupuzi Erias Luimbaz Nalukola, Henry Musitwa of the PPP, among others, Amwae Vanjuko, and Mike Bakabulindi.
Away from the presidential campaigns now, the Mukono municipality MP seat has become a hot cake where 11 candidates are assured to overthrow what they call a dictatorial leadership which led Mukono municipality to remain undeveloped. Woman Member of Parliament in Mukono district, Hanifa Nabukera, also contesting on the municipality seat as an independent candidate, promises to fight poverty and promote social development if voted.
As the country prepares for the upcoming elections, which will take place on the 15th of January 2025, more than 10 candidates are competing for Mukono municipality seat while campaigning for their win amidst the promises and achievements after elections. One of the most emphasized areas of development includes roads, infrastructure, education and health. Hanifa Nabukera, who is the incumbent woman member of parliament from Mukono district, is contesting as an independent after failing to secure the flag on the NUP ticket.
About what I have done throughout the district that qualifies me to be their MP in Mukono municipality. First and foremost, I talked about having given them ambulance. I look at health as an important aspect in my life towards my voters. That's why I was able to move around the health centers of Mukono.
Fred Kajimu, a candidate for Democratic Party, was a former mayor for Mukono municipality and has promised to mobilize people to benefit from the government programs.
So I'm coming to a position of MOP as a person who knows how to lobby, and I've got an international experience. So I want to use that to make sure that Mukono will change. We are left behind so many miles.
Dr. Daisy Sonko, who represented the NRM party on municipality seat, says Mukono municipality is facing serious problems including poverty, poor infrastructure, especially roads, and that it's time to fight for change by voting NRM.
Nti entalo tuzikoye twagala buweereza. Njagala bajjukiza nti ennazzi kuno ebibiina tebikyakola. Wabula omuntu gwe mulabyemu omulimu ng'ate agenda kubatuusaako empeereza ey'omuggundu ey'obwesimbu etaliimu kusosola amawanga amadiini ate n'ebibiina yenna batanzidde nze Sarah Sonko.
The 11 candidates contesting include the incumbent member of parliament Betty Namboze Bachireke on NUP card, Dr. Daisy Sonko NRM, Reverend Peter Bakalwa Mukasa independent, Hanifa Nabukera independent, Fred Kajimu of the DP, Sarah Nachin to PFF, and others, but the main contest is between the NUP candidate Betty Namboze Bachireke, Reverend Peter Bakalwa Mukasa, and Nabukera Hanifa independent.
Now, former State Minister for Housing, Sam Engola, has vowed to reclaim the Erute South parliamentary seat from UPC's Jonathan Odor. Engola officially launched his bid in Amach sub-county. He has returned to politics after 10 years of absence. Eddie Olua gives us more.
10 years ago, this was a familiar ground for Sam Mengola, serving as area member of parliament before losing to UPC's Jonathan Odur. Today, he returned this time to relaunch his political bid and reclaim the seat he once occupied. His rally kicked off in Amai sub-county, where hundreds gathered in what his team described as an overwhelming show of support.
The Spirit of the Lord comes down.
Upon arrival, Engola was led into prayers, a spiritual send-off as he attempts a political comeback. Locals praised Engola's record during his tenure as state minister for housing, recalling projects they say improved the community. And that appeal for continuity is what Engola says has drawn him back into the race. He says several initiatives he started for the community remain unfinished, a situation he believes can only be corrected if he regains the mandate.
All of them to vote to all our flag bearers, but priority is the president as our chairman. But now with me coming, and I promised them that all my salary I'll give for the water. They will drink free water for 5 years while I'm there, and they're very happy.
With the campaign momentum building, Engola now faces a familiar opponent, Jonathan Odur, in a race that promises renewed political contest in Erute South. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
The NRM parliamentary flag bearer for Vura County in Arua district, Charity Linia, has appealed to the people of Arua district to unite for development in the area. She was launching her campaigns at Vura sub-county headquarters, as you hear in this story.
Lenia Charity believes that many people in Arua district are divided based on political gerrymandering, cultural differences. The one county, Arua district, has 4 sub-counties that Lenia says need to unite in order to achieve the required development.
I come from Logiri, but today I held my launch of the campaign in Vura sub-county to show the community that we are one, to show the community that we are together, because at the end of the day when we are together we develop. And one thing with the young people, I need them to embrace the idea of PDM. Do you know how many young people have eaten money of PDM? They go and pick 1 million and sweet, it is gone. They don't put something developmental in that. But if we are to sensitize the young people to take this on, if we are to talk to the people about unity, it is very important for me. I am here to stand on unity. Can we stop politics of tribe, of culture, of sub-counties and come together as one and develop our community? When I go to parliament, I'm a member of parliament of Vura County, of Logiri sub-county, of Aribo sub-county, and at the end of the day, Ajia sub-county all together. So the unity is very important.
Lenia is facing a tight race with 5 contenders eyeing the MP seat for Vura County. 3 of the contestants include the former State Minister for Investment, Gabriel Ajera Aridru, and the incumbent MP, Yovana Drico, who stood on independent ticket with 1 FDC candidate.
I think there was an overwhelming request that I should stand, and I think I've accepted that, as you saw. Definitely, majority of the people really want me to come back.
Joseph Fodama, UBC News.
From Arua, let's go to Soroti now, where independent candidate Rodney Akongel Mukula, aspiring member of parliament for Soroti City East, has pledged to transform the constituency through economic empowerment, improved social services, and restoring Soroti City's former glory. Take a watch.
Supporters thronged Alowet Ward for manifesto launch of Rodney Akongel Mukula, the aspiring member of parliament for Soroti City East. Akongel Mukula is campaigning under the slogan All for One, One for All. He is son to former Soroti Municipality MP and former NRM Vice Chairperson Eastern, Captain Mike Mukula. He vowed to transform Soroti City by tackling unemployment and poverty through strong economic empowerment programs.
I have spent time to support communities and extend service delivery to all communities across Soroti City East, but also at the same time, I've come with a heart of purpose and a mind to serve.
And if you go to the parliament, I know it's going to lobby for Soroti East. We have been suffering for so long in Soroti East.
A Kongel official unveiled his 2026-2031 manifesto, focusing on good governance, economic empowerment, and social services.
I'm here to say that our manifesto has been built over consultative meetings with the community. Prior to me being duly nominated, I spent time to go to the community, interact, and understand what the challenges are. Soroti City East for the last 5 years, 3 years to about, has been orphaned, and the standing member of parliament had actually chosen to go to another constituency. Nonetheless, I decided to show up because in a time of need, that is when you show leadership. I've fixed 21 boreholes. I've also been able to support over 16 groups across the city. I've supported churches, mosques, and also the youth in terms of sports, groups, and including mindset change.
He faces 4 contenders in the race, who include Isaac Orego, NRM, Moses Atano Kia, FDC, Herbert Yoweri Elaju, Independent, and Pasco Amoriat Etobait, Democratic Front.
We the people of East have suffered for 5 years. I can call it 10 years down the road. We have not been having any representation. But thank God he has brought this Akongen.
I support him because he has already done much that the community has already seen in these few 6 months that he has been given. So I imagine in the next 5 years, he's going to improve all the social services that Soroti is lacking.
And all the time,
We'll now take a short break, but return with much more. Do stay with us.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN Wakanet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
UEDCL is offering a normalization window until the 31st of December 2025 for those who have illegally connected into power lines or tampered with power metering equipment. Register with UEDCL at www.uedcl.co.ug/wetereze to normalize your connection to avoid penalties or prosecution. Visit any UEDCL office in your area for assistance or call our toll-free numbers at 0800 203 088 or 0800 285 285 and 0800 385 385. Take advantage of this normalization window before the law catches up with you. UEDCL, lighting up your world.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagudi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You work